The Sunshine Coast region is a biodiversity hotspot with an impressive 84 separate ecosystems recorded in only 3,000 square kilometres. This diversity of habitat types supports an incredible variety of plants and animals, with some not occurring anywhere else in the world. Despite the fact that there are numerous national parks and other protected areas in the Sunshine Coast region, 160 species of plants and animals are now listed as threatened. Given that well over half of the remnant vegetation remaining today lies on privately owned land, the Council recognises that in order to adequately conserve biodiversity across the region, it needs to develop strong partnerships with private landholders. The Voluntary Conservation Agreement program supports landholders that wish to protect significant areas of vegetation on their property in perpetuity. In return, the landholders receive ongoing annual financial support to assist with the management of their property, and they are also eligible for a rate rebate.
With my family, I'm the owner of this property, which we call the Luther Valley Nature Refuge, just outside Maleny. It's a 50-acre property, and fortunately for us, it's got a beautiful rainforest remnant. So since we bought the property in 2001, we've worked with the local council to protect that forest remnant, and with the conservation agreement, we've made a lot of progress. Well, soon after we bought the property, we got in touch with the local land care group to find out about how best to go about protecting the forest, and through them we met some people very quickly who were experts in the area, and Nick Clancy, the local Land for Wildlife officer, came and spent a lot of time with us walking through the forest and helping to identify what was there, and with his help we pretty quickly realised that it was a very special thing that we had on the property. And when he floated the idea of the conservation agreement, I think we realised very quickly that it fitted in with our own plans for the property.
Well, the Voluntary Conservation Agreement program is a way that landholders can protect part of their property in perpetuity. So it's actually a covenant that's bound to the title, and it protects significant areas of forest into the future. It also provides landholders with really good ongoing assistance with on-ground works. Properties that have been in the program for a number of years, you can really see the changes over time just with how that on-ground assistance with contractors coming on and doing weed control and facilitating natural regeneration, it can really turn a property around in a short period of time.
I've been fortunate enough to be working on this property for almost 10 years, starting off with some broadleaf privet control along the edges, and then moving into the lantana in the gullies. And that's one of the great benefits of this program with council, the VCA program, is that there's funding available for contractors like myself and my team to come in and assist you with your weed control and management of your property to make sure that the bush gets looked after and comes back.
Each year the council provides some funds that cover the cost of Spencer, the local contractor, to come in with his work crew, and they get quite a lot of work done down in the forest, much more than we'd be able to do on our own.
The VCA program prepares these great plans for landholders to help them with the management of their property, and that's probably one of the best things about this program, is that quite often landholders don't know where to start with their properties, and you do need a plan.
So today it's fantastic to catch up with Paul and just see all the progress on the property, just how much change there's been in the last couple of years with the on-ground works. It's really turned around.
If any landholders are interested in the conservation agreement idea, I'd certainly encourage them to look into it. We found the whole process pretty much pain-free. It was very interesting and we learned a lot as we went along. Inevitably there's a little bit of form filling to do, but we were able to be guided by Nick, the council officer, and it was really a trouble-free process.
For a property to be eligible to enter into the program, they need to have significant ecological values on their property. So we're looking for things like old growth forest, habitat for rare or threatened species, part of a wildlife corridor, or it might be a buffer to an existing reserve like a national park or a council bushland reserve.
This is a chance for you to really work with council and some really great people to gain knowledge and to gain resources and time and money to make real differences on your property.
I've found it 100% positive experience. You know that you're not only doing your own little bit for nature and conservation, but that it's protected in the future. If you don't own that property forever, what's the next owner going to do? So with a conservation agreement, you know that the work you're putting in is going to be of a lasting benefit to society in general.
To learn more about voluntary conservation agreements and whether your property may be eligible to join the program, go to sunshinecoast.qld.gov.au.